Welcome back. Now in this step, we can finalize the student-guardian imports by creating the relationships and granting access rights. Open the Relationships step and let's download the templates as we have done before from the support articles. We can see that the template contains 3 mandatory columns. The access rights are not mandatory and can be set afterwards. You will notice that we have chosen to use the external ID as the key to build relationships. You can use the student and guardian's full names as well. The external ID makes it easier to manipulate larger data sets. It avoids confusion between users with common names. On the template, you will also notice that the student ID is repeated in most cases. This is because each user has a unique profile. So, to add father and mother to a student profile, you need to enter both relationships. We will choose here the relationship type as a name type. Here we determine what type of relationship the user has with the student. To check this, open an empty user profile. Go to the Dependents tab, add a dependent. Use a drop-down list to check these. As you can see, the most common ones are mother, father, and in the case of a joint account, you can select parents. Some of these types may not give full access to all the functionalities of the Guardian portal. Now, we can see here also the access rights. These are optional for this import. Invoice payer means that the Guardian will receive the invoices if they are created in the financial module. A student can have multiple main guardians. However, it is ideally used to help reduce communications by just targeting one parent from the family. Emergency is used for the emergency contact report and has no access rights attached. This is the same for pickup. The access checkbox is the most important selection here, as if this is checked, then the Guardian can receive communications and gain access to the parent portal. If, for example, just main is ticked and the Guardian is not set to have access, they will receive no announcements or SMSs. You can also set these after import if you need to. Checking back on the student import sheet, we can see the legacy ID or external ID of the students. On the relationship sheet, this is the key we will use for the student column. We will also take the external ID of both parents attached to the student. In the example, we see that student 1000 is attached to parent 2000 as the mother and parent 2001 as the father. We can also see that student 1001 is attached to the same mother and father. This then will attach the brother and sister as siblings. So let's upload the template and move through the steps. There are 3 issues that need to be resolved. The student field will be mapped to the student external ID. If you choose to use the full name, then choose student by name. Let's do the same for the guardians. The type we choose by name, and then map the access right columns to the correct field. So after mapping, the import tool has flagged up a few errors that we need to resolve. Let's scroll down and fix them. This again shows that you need to match the exact spellings as they are in the system. Once we have resolved these issues, we can publish all and complete this step. Now let's check out how this looks on the system. Let's find the student and open their contact tab. We can see that the mother and father are showing, with a green number in the sibling field. We can click on this student and we see the same relationships. All looks good. We always advise for you to check your relationships before you open the portal to Guardians. The access rights give the Guardians access to information regarding their dependent students. So if an error has been made, this may lead to parents having access to the wrong student's data.